Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is me, Masafai, back with a new video. Before I get started, I need y'all to help a brother out by hitting that like, comment, subscribe, and share if you like the content. Today, currently, just at Secretary of State, not for my own appointment, own issue. Brought my mom's up here to take care of her issue, but I was just chilling and hoping to make a video and have a discussion with you guys about something. I don't know what just yet, but I have to work on figuring that part out. Everything has been decent. The one thing I've been doing as of recently to motivate myself is try to make sure that I make a good 10 posts a day for items that sell on the Facebook Marketplace. And I have been achieving it daily, but I've made a lot of progress within this last week. I went from 28 items listed to 70 as of this morning. So I've posted a lot within the last week. I've sold a lot. I've been in the garage just organizing, because I've been, of course, taking pictures and photos and everything. So I've been disorganizing at the same time. But I've been reorganizing. Of course, I got certain areas in the garage that still get wet. I gotta have that addressed by probably getting some gutters added to my garage, which is gonna cost more money. That, or I can YouTube it and see if I want to attempt to DIY it. I'm not sure if I want to try that with gutters. I just have to look and see how the process is, and if it's doable by me or if it's too tedious looking. I don't know just yet. But overall, I've been waking up and just trying to adjust, function, move better. My mind still isn't in the best of positions or places, but I'm working on it. I do have another therapist. So far, I've had 2 sessions with him. Everything has been pretty smooth. So I'm just hoping that things go on the up and up, and just keep cruising there. The current dating market is wow. I'm gonna say it's wow, and move on to another subject. But in the end, yes, I've been getting up and motivating myself to get out the house, get in the garage, do some organizing, take pictures of items, do some posting, and try to start generating, revenue and doing different things. And that's the goal. Just trying to figure out how to function, how to get better, be better. And I'm gonna turn my microphone still on. Yeah. So get better, be better, make a bunch of changes with things from this point on forward. If you pay attention to the way I talk and structure my words, I never say this year for anything, because it's not I don't do stuff according to the year or a new year or make resolutions. I do it from this point on forward, or just at certain points in my life. So I don't necessarily have to pick a certain time or a point or a holiday or anything special to make a decision to change things. So I'm still implementing that. I don't need a new year or a special day to make changes. I analyze, I see what needs to be adjusted, and I make the adjustments. And now I just want to stick to that core principle stronger than anything from this point on forward, of just being sure and certain of what I want and what I don't want in my life and not in my life. So now I'm getting to the point where I'm about to start operating in more or less absolutes and not a bunch of maybes and possibilities. What I mean by that, the people around me, if I know that their friendship is maybes and possibilities, then them are the first ones who honestly is going to probably start making the cut. Like, seriously. And I'm not talking about temporary cuts. I'm talking about permanent cuts. That's the whole point of structuring things from this point on forward. I'm not about to do the dancing rodeo with fake friends. I'm not about to sit there and have fake people around me who I can't trust. If I know I can't trust them, get them out of my life. If I can't find myself being around them and they feel like a leech, get them out of my life. Things are about to be done far more strict and structured, and it's just going to simply be done. Whatever I have the ability to do, I am going to do it. If I have the ability to solve any issue I have, I'm going to solve it. Simple as that. I need to find a stable mechanic by any means necessary, and that's what I'm adamant about, and I'm about to find that. No longer waiting around for people to get their act together and decide when they want to work on my car or do something for me, and I'm a paying customer. If I'm a paying customer and I can't get services, I'm moving on to the next. And that's just how it goes. And that's with everything. Same with humans. If you're not serving me in any type of way and I'm serving you, then what are we doing? If I'm in your life and the only benefit is me benefiting you and you are no benefit to me, then I refuse to have you in my life. So you are going to get X'd. That's where it's at. I'm done with the days of any type of confusion, sideways friendship, all this so-called fake love. I'm done with those days. I don't want no fake love or people around me, and that's where it's about to be. I always wanted it that way, period. It's just I always kept trying to give people a chance, the benefit of the doubt. Always trying to convince people to change and do better. And now I'm done. A lot of the people, like all the advice I used to give, like those days are done. At least in a lot of things in my personal life, a lot of people in my personal life, those days are done. I'm gonna hopefully get back to making my YouTube content in a certain field and structure or what I choose to do. But as far as giving advice and all that and helping people, I have no more to give. Simple as that. I am done. No more dependable over here for people who aren't dependable to me. No more friendships for the people who want to be around me, but at the same time not respect what's important to me. Because if I respect what's important to you, then you have to. No ifs, ands, or buts about that. In order to be in my life, you have to respect what's important to me. That's a major requirement on my end. And if you can't handle that part of the friendship, then we're not friends. You simply are, in some cases, in most cases, a lot of people are leeches to the dependable one. I no longer am going to be the dependable one. I'm not going to be a leech to nobody either. I've never been a leech type. I'm just going to simply be by myself. That's where it's at this point. I've accepted the fact that if being around people or a certain type of people require me to have headache, drama, and fake friendship and fake love in my life, then I will stay alone. And in the words of Kevin Samuels, I will die alone. I'm fine with that. But I'm not about to be manipulated into thinking what I do is wrong or how I structure myself is incorrect. I've gotten this far in life pretty comfortably with no criminal record, and I'm doing decent financially. And the people who like to try to make my advice seem insignificant don't have a fraction of that and don't have much going on. But since they can't do what I can do, they try to downplay what I do. That's fine. You can do that all day. Just not in my life. I'm analyzing that in people. And when I see that in people, cut them off. I don't want no people around me who's jealous or envious or who's leeching. Anything of that nature anymore. So, for those of you who have that inkling in you and that's how you've been moving, those days ended. It is what it is. At least it's ended with me, I would say. So, it is what it is. I'm glad I was able to have some type of conversation with y'all because my brain has been so scattered. I haven't really been able to give y'all a decent conversation because my thoughts is all over the place. So at least now I'm analyzing that some form of structure in here is returning. So I'm gonna go ahead and end it there. This is me, Monetize. Like, comment, subscribe, share, and y'all have a great day. Peace. Take my glasses off right here.